Hello there. It's the Monday, week 4 of work with coronavirus being slightly better. I actually haven't kept too updated with it, although it seems like there are protests going around the country, which is quite unfortunate. Ironically, the protest would actually cause a greater outbreak in those areas because, people are just around the coronavirus. I think it's interesting to think about how there are a large portion of a population which pretty much disbelieves the coronavirus pandemic. But I guess this is to be expected when you think about other pandemics. I'm sure there's also a similar instance, although I can't really say that for certain. I think it'd be kind of interesting to look at the Black Plague and like the Spanish flu and similar pandemics to see how much of the population actually truly believe that this was actually an instance, because it seems like misinformation can proliferate quite quickly and cause people to do incredibly horrible things. Like the Salem witch trials is a famous example of just a wild witch chase. Because it will seem natural because, every person's perspective is only like a small portion or a small space, so they won't really see the whole bigger picture. Like looking at a pandemic, it doesn't actually mean much to people when you say something like 40,000 deaths in a year. On a normal basis, I actually don't know the annual rate of death in the US. So, when you put out numbers like a coronavirus deaths in the US, it actually doesn't mean a lot to people because it's just something that they have no reference to. So a lot of people will just say, oh, the flu is more deadly than the coronavirus. But the thing is, they probably don't know how many deaths the flu actually has in a year either. And I learned one statistic that was mentioned is 2018. I believe there's like 60,000 coronavirus deaths. Flu deaths. There's no coronavirus in 2018, probably. So I don't know if there's like a way for people to actually get to know these numbers in like a good perspective. Obviously, it's the media's responsibility to give like good information about it, although I guess there isn't a lot of good references out there. I actually don't follow news too much. So unfortunately, if the news source that you go to actually gives you misinformation, that's actually quite terrible, right? Then your source of reference is just incorrect. So I guess that's why it helps to have like multiple news sources. But yeah, it's quite sad to see that people are really acting in this way that will actually harm themselves. Hopefully that their actions would not increase the disaster. Happy Monday. It'll be week 4 of work in these videos. So I'll see you later.
Got myself some nice frozen grapes over here. It's always nice to have one of these little guys wait in the fridge just in case, you can't get any fruit on sale. Nom nom.
Oh, this is so stupid. Oh my.
Well, here goes another curry dish. Got some tofu with some of that bok choy carrots all over brown rice. A tasty vegan meal. Yum yum.
Hey, what's up? End of a Monday, first day of the work week. Pretty good stuff. Yeah, today I've been thinking about learning Chinese. For the most part, I've been learning Chinese for quite a while. I think I mentioned it a few times before, is that something I do in the morning is to just go on Duolingo and just check out a couple of lessons. And I've been kind of thinking about the progress I made. I think there are some words that I'm getting better at using and like writing for the most part. But I think like to get deeper into it, I've gone through this like minimum of building up a habit, right? So actually for the past 45 or 44 days, I've been consecutively just every morning checking out a couple lessons. And this kind of goes into the basics of habit building. It's just like starting small, a very easy way to get into something. So I think on average, really, I'm spending maybe 20 to 30 minutes a week actually studying Chinese. And well, it is good that I built up a habit, and I think over a long period of time, there will be a significant improvement in Chinese. I would probably want to up that, right? So this is probably an opportunity where I can build up upon the habit that I've built already and actually add some actual depth into how I practice. Now, I'm not sure how I want to do this because obviously it's great that I already had a habit built and it's also putting significant strides. The worst thing you can do is really increase your quantity in a way that will actually discourage you from continuing your habits. So I want to be careful there. And I think like going into how I've been training and running is actually kind of similar, where actually for running, I would take a certain number of rest days. Probably not something I need to do here because if I just do a 2-minute reading, that's pretty much like nothing in terms of strenuous activities. I think in a week I'm going to want to have 1 or 2 actual strenuous learning sessions where I actually learn a significant amount of Chinese. Instead of learning maybe 1 word here or there, I would want to actually learn an in-depth amount of Chinese, like maybe read an article or learn the lyrics to a song, that'll probably significantly improve my Chinese because obviously the habit is the most important thing to do, but I think I can actually take it to the next level, which is actually really exciting. And with this, I can also go back into really focusing down it. I think one thing is that I was playing a lot of games for the past few weeks. I was not very good. It definitely distracted me. So I went to uninstall them. Obviously, a really great way to go against bad habits is to just make it harder for you to do them. So by uninstalling the games, it's going to be just hard to execute on playing them when I want to because games these days are many gigabytes. So actually it takes maybe 20-30 minutes to download and install a game. Probably shorter actually because my internet's actually quite nice these days. So it might take actually 10 minutes, but still, that's a kind of a high barrier to entry. So I think one reason why Duolingo is so great, it's actually very easy accessible. I just go in there, tap, 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 and in a few minutes I'm done with the lesson. So that's pretty cool. But very excited to kind of try to expand into it. I think I'm going to have to make a commitment to maybe learn a song or go into these videos and kind of in-depth look at the vocabulary and search them up. I think one big challenge is just that accessibility. So maybe looking through the comments is probably easier, where I can copy paste these Chinese words into translation so I can actually look at them really quickly instead of figure out how to write them in a phone app to kind of translate them. But yeah, that's it. I just wanted to talk a little bit about learning Chinese and kind of my process through there. I think my progress can also be kind of tracked in these videos. My friends have recommended that maybe I do a Chinese vlog, so that might come up sometime. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you a little bit later.